to odors. So an outhouse. This is disgusting. It's just disgusting. I'm not even going to entertain it. So your Luggable Loo or your porta potty system needs to be such that you keep your urines and your solids separate. And a non-water method is actually the easiest. And I know there's people using these very, very expensive Nature's Head type. And sorry, Nature's Head, if you get offended, I will never use one of your systems. It's just too cumbersome and too bulky. And I live alone, and I will continue to live alone. And because that's my choice, that's my preference, and that's what I want. I'm forever married to my husband that's passed. I'm a widow, but I am forever married to that man. I will never remarry, never even hook up. Don't care. I'm good. I'm good. Let's just say I'm good, people. I'm good. So anyway, I have to have a toilet system that permits me personally be able to pick it up. And those Nature's Head and composting toilets that have the 2 levels, that lower level, in order for people to be able to go days, and in some cases I've heard many days, weeks even, depending, without having to pick that thing up and go empty it, it's got away. And like I said, I've even looked at them size-wise. They're huge. They are a little bit, in my opinion, bigger in some cases than standard toilets. So where my system is even a little bit tinier than a standard toilet, but it's very comfortable for me. I'm 5'6", I weigh like 115 pounds. It's very comfortable for me, and I don't mind squatting a little lower because I feel like that's what is more natural to man in nature. Is we should squat more, and we don't because we're all just so freaking, coddled and babied, and like, oh, just total comfort, never do anything that's physically challenging. Oh, God forbid. You may live a little bit better, and you may be in better shape, and that's another video. I will get into that in the future. So we've covered that. Now we've covered the toilet. I think I've covered the toilet adequately. Oh yeah, toilet's so much easier for guys. I would cover the subject of these little urine things that they make for women. I'm going to be honest, gals. I'm going to be flat honest here. I've never used one, and I don't care if somebody sends me 10 of them. I will never use them. I already know that anatomically speaking, it's physically impossible to use one of those without getting urine in some way, shape, or form down the inside of your thighs or on your hands, or we just can't do this because our appendages is an innie. It's not an outie. Boys have it. Guys, you have an outie. You have you just do. It's easy. You can shoot that water out there and it's not coming back on you. Not us. No. Our anatomical and our anatomical limitations make that impossible for us to emulate. And yes, they've tried to do it, and it just doesn't work. So, gals, if you might want to try those if you want to. I've heard some women say that it works for them. Well, good for you. But I know anatomically speaking, it would not work for me, and I'm not even going to try because of the way I dress prohibits the possibility of me even using one of those things. Now, maybe if I used wore a big house coat or a big floppy sundress or something all the time, maybe then I could possibly use one. But no, I wear almost exclusively jeans and leggings, and no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So let's end this discussion on that note. So make certain your water is pure. Rainwater isn't pure. So just don't do that. So here we go. Things you can't live without. Now, there might be some other things you can't live without. Oh, that was another one I haven't gotten on heavily, though, is power. You are going to need to power your vehicle, to power your space, because you need heat, you need air, you need to be able to cook, you need to be able to bathe, you need to be able to drink, you need to be able to go to the bathroom, and you need to be able to sleep. So I don't know if you people can see or not. You need to be able to sleep comfortably. So a really good memory foam mattress is a good idea. And I hope you could hear me when I stepped back there. So anyway, good memory foam mattress. You need to be able to sleep. Sleep is important. Sleep at least 7 to 10 hours a night. And it depends upon you. And then if you're not getting a full 7 hours a night, then I recommend you take a nap. But when your body tells you it can't do anymore, please listen to it, because your body is very wise. It's very wise, and it's trying to tell you things. Just like when you have an ache or pain, it's trying to tell you, ooh, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. It's hurtful to me. It's hurting, meaning the body, and do something about it. That means get more sleep, eat better food, exercise more, try to think more positively, stay away from negative people and negative situations, and just do the things that's right for your body. Seriously, it'll make a big difference. So you need a good night's rest. You also need entertainment. And as you can see, I do have a television set, whether you use a cell phone, an iPad, a tablet, whatever. I don't care what you use, but you're going to need some form of education. And you're also going to need some form of entertainment to stay sane in a tiny space, because whatever problems you had in a large space, amplify that about 10, and you're going to have that in a tiny space. Nothing goes away. Your problems don't go away. In fact, they're usually magnified, because now they're magnified because where before you had the ability to get comfortable in a big space, it's a little more challenging to be comfortable in a tiny space, because there are lots of reasons for that. And that was another thing. I'm going to get back to the dwelling again. You make sure that wherever you park, when you're not moving, if let's say you're not mobile, and you park that your camper, your converter horse trailer, your van, even your car, I don't care where you put it, try to always put that structure someplace out of the wind, out of the elements, and in a location that will shield you from the harsh elements. And the biggest being wind and sleet, hail, rain. I don't care, whatever the scenario. I happen to be nestled. I'm parked, but in the future I do plan to be more mobile. But right now I'm parked, and I have these very mature spruce trees, which are a type of pine trees, all right directly beside me. And this shields me from wind and rain and harsh elements, and I love them. And you just don't want to park your tiny home or whatever on the top of a hilltop out in the broad open, and depending upon your weight, some wind come, a tornado, what have you, and blow your butt off the side of that. That wouldn't be pretty. That wouldn't be pretty. So make sure whatever dwelling you have, whatever structure is around you, that you find some place to park it that offers you a modicum of protection. And if you happen to have a camper or an RV, you can put in a garage or under a tarp, or under some sort of, permanent dwelling for added protection from the sun or the other elements. More power to you. Do that. So in the meantime, may Christ bless each and every one of you most abundantly. And while you're here, please thumbs up, comment on, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And while you're subscribing to my YouTube channel, kind of ring that bell so that you get for future notifications to my video uploads. And like I said, Christ be with each and every one of you. And these are the things you can't live without, people. No, you can't. It's non-negotiable. Bye-bye.